Hey y'all, it's been a very overwhelming day today. I've been in tears all day watching the Nipsey Hussle memorial service. And what I got out of all of that is we have to do better. The love Lauren and Nipsey had is something that we all should strive for. It reminded me of the post I posted the other day about making a soul connection. The only reason why we're not coming together as men and women and loving on one another is because we carry in all of this baggage and all this bullshit that really means nothing. We're still pointing the finger at each other, talking about these men don't want nothing, these women don't want nothing, and we're walking around in fear. But we're not leaving legacies. We're not coming together, especially black men and black women. We're fighting against each other versus saying, you know what? Life is short. I don't know when my day will come, but I do know I want to experience a love like that. Someone to have your back. We have been so programmed to compete with one another. We're so programmed to feel like all of our stuff got to be in order before we get with someone. I'm going to tell you this. God will send somebody into your life at the most inopportune time. You have to be wise enough to welcome them in, because that means to me that God cared enough about you to send you someone to be there for you when all hell broke loose. We're so busy looking at how we view ourselves and are we good enough? Would she want me? Would he want me? Look at what I'm going through. Look at what I got going on. I don't drive a nice car. I don't have the big pretty house. I don't have all of these things, but I am a good person. I'm striving and I'm working toward being a better person and bringing more things into my life, manifesting more things into my life. I'm picking up more knowledge, but until I get everything in order, I'm not going to open up myself. But yet we keep asking God, please, God, help me get through this. But God sends you people into your life so you can see him through them, but you keep pushing them away because you're not where you believe that you need to be. So stop asking God to help you when you keep pushing away the very people that he's sending to you, all because you feel like the timing is not right. Well, the timing is now because you don't know when you will take your last breath. There's a Hindu story about a lady who wanted to meet the god Krishna. So she went into the forest. She started praying and meditating, saying, God, send me Krishna. God, send me. This is what I need, right? Well, one day as she was praying with her eyes closed, Krishna tapped her on the shoulder. She didn't open her eyes, but she said, I'm preoccupied. I'm manifesting what I'm asking God for. I'm praying for a thing. Is that you? Have you been praying for your Mr. or Miss Right, but because life is happening around you, that you are not in the present moment? Because what's going on already that you worried about, it's in the past, it's already over with. But your future could be so much brighter and better, but you won't live in the present. You keep throwing and pushing people away. No. But the very thing that you want the most, the companionship, the human connection, having somebody to love you and the way that Nipsey and Lauren loved each other, you will never have that. Because the very thing that's on your heart and that you desire the most, you keep pushing that thing away. Don't be one of those people that pray and say, God, I want a good man. I want a good woman in my life. But don't send them to me until I get my ish together. God doesn't work like that. He will send you what you need in the most inopportune times. But what you will do, we as humans, we as stupid humans, we will push them away thinking that, well, once I get it together, I'll have another shot. It doesn't always work like that. True enough, you may have another opportunity, but what was meant for you was meant for you to pick it up in that moment. Everything does not have to be perfect. If you want to be loved for who you are. Your presence is enough. The person that's meant for you, that God sends to you, please understand, they already are equipped to handle your burden and your baggage, or God would not have sent them to you. But the funny thing is, the very thing that you want the most in the love relationship, you keep pushing it away because it's not coming in your timing. And it's not coming in the way you want it to come, because if God is just not right now, I can't devote no time to this. I got all this other stuff going on. Not realizing the person that God sends to you, they are equipped to handle everything that you're going through. They are equipped for you to lay your burdens on them, to help you unpack your baggage. They already know your ish ain't together. They already know that you're not where you need to be. But God chose them to send them to you in this time, and they're not judgmental. They're not going to talk stuff about you. They're there to be that purpose mate for you. So we have to do better as a people, especially black men and black women. We have to come together versus fighting one another and pointing the finger at one another. We have to stop it. We have to show our children something different. It's time to mature. It's time to wise up. It's time to say, you know what? I really do want a really great relationship. And if that relationship just happened to come to me at this time in my life, I'm going to be man or woman enough and mature enough to receive what God is sending to me versus trying to protect myself by pushing it away. There's so many of us women out here who desire and crave and yearn to be covered in the way that Nipsey covered Lauren. Fellas, you got to step up and lead. We want to be led. Ladies, you have to surrender and let him do what a man does. We have to come together. We have to come together. We have to do better and stop being in competition. I can't get with this whole pointing of the finger and I'm hustling. I got to get my money right first. I got to get this up. I got to get that up before I bring a woman in my life. Yet other cultures are superseding us when it comes to building families, solid families, leaving solid legacies because we trying to get it all together, not realizing we can do this thing together. So what we gonna do, y'all? Are you gonna continue to push people away because you feel like this is not the right time? Or are you gonna say, I surrender to God's process? Nipsey Hussle's death has really affected me, y'all, in a way that I never knew that someone that I've never met could actually affect me. But it changed my mindset on quite a few things. It let me know that life is now, love is now, building community and legacy is now, coming together is now, positioning yourself to be open to meet your soul connection is now. Not when it all get together, not when you're feeling better. It's now, because that person is going to come in and help you with everything else that you're trying to do and vice versa. So let's get it together, y'all. It's time and it's now.